Facebook ads into 2,900 a month. 1, 3, 2. Oh, Doug already did one. Doug, we already did one. Oh, Doug, I hope you didn't get double charged. Can you just double check that? Doug is in the premium group. I think you may have gotten hit twice. I'm not sure. All right, so this is an interesting conversation because it was a referral, and it was actually a referral from my mom to a rabbi. Like, I'm not kidding. It was a referral from my mom to a rabbi. And we talked for like 15, 20 minutes over the phone, and through a friend of a friend of a friend, we kind of know each other. And we had like I would say like a 15 to 20 minute, I guess, the general introductory conversation. And the general introductory conversation, again, over the phone, I just called him, he picked up. Jeff, I know big things are coming up, and I know I have a problem. I want to reach more people, and everyone is saying Facebook or Instagram or social media. And I know that is, but I don't know what that means, which is like a whole different topic, right? I just need someone to help me figure out what I'm supposed to do. And these type of sentences are like really, really impactful and really, really important, because this is somebody that is problem aware. They know that they have a problem and they're trying to find a solution, but they don't have somebody to guide them through the solution. And if you're finding that your clients disappear or don't sign at a rate between $2,000 and $3,000 a month, it's because you are not showing them the solution. So there's a really good book called Brand Script by Donald Miller, or Brand Story, something like that. And he basically says that you have to show them a plan. I'm not kidding, a plan, a blueprint, a map, a step-by-step process, something that takes them from the problem to a solution, something that shows them what they're supposed to do to done. And you are not the hero of the story, you are Yoda, you're showing them how to do the training. So just like there's freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, and here's a class you have to take, that's the plan. Here's your 90-day setup that's gonna make you lose 10 pounds in 3 months, that's the plan. Here's the 5 big steps they're gonna go through to diagnose your car and build your car that's better. Like, you need that type of stuff. And so that plan is, help me figure out what I'm supposed to do. It solves that challenge right there. And that is fundamentally different than me saying you should just go do this. That's what everyone else is saying here. They need a plan. This is what you're supposed to do. I'm fat, I need to get skinny. Everyone is saying go do this, that's not, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Great, fine, perfect. So he comes into my office. And we're doing more in-person events. And if you're interested in doing an in-person event and you're within 3 hours of Miami, our office is in Miami, and we're going to be starting doing the paid in-person events. If you want, just hashtag paid event, and we'll put you on a list and message you out when we do a in-person event, which is always fun. We did the last one, I think we had like 15 people. They were like, holy shit, like somebody made $4,000 that day, or kept a $4,000 client, which is cool. But this is like the actual like office. So there's the whiteboard of death, asshole, the whiteboard strategy session. There's the chairs and all that. And over there is the interview room, which will be cool. But literally, we just whiteboarded a bit. And what was interesting is I always follow the 3-step plan. First is onboarding. Second is the pitch. And the third is the close. This type of stuff. So I sat down with him and we did an onboarding session. I always print them out, and they're somewhere around here. I don't know where they are. But I always do an onboarding session. I ask some questions, 10 to 15 questions. What's funny is the first question is, all right, so how many leads are currently generating online? And he's like, what are you talking about? I don't have leads. I have like people. And like, he's like, no, I don't want leads. I don't want Facebook ads. I don't want any of that. I need to figure out what I'm supposed to do. And I said, great. So I had to call an Audible, which is like you change everything on the fly. He literally told me, I don't want Facebook ads. But what's funny is that like, I have the wallet out ready by button to see customer campaign. Please don't take that name. And on it, it says Facebook ads, right? And so he said, like right out of the gate, he says, I don't want to do Facebook ads. So I leaned on some Sam Ovens training, which is really encapsulating and crystallizing the pain that he has right now and the solution that he wants. So I said, all right, so tell me more about the problem you're having right now so I can craft and create a solution that'll solve that problem. And he talked about how like there's upcoming trends and people are really on a spectrum of like their religiousness. And you really only focus on like 10, 15%, but what about like the remaining 85%? And I was like, that's just like landing page drop off in my head, right? And so he immediately said, I don't want Facebook ads. So he moved into the crystallization process I learned from Sam Robbins, which is understanding the problem where he is now and where he wants to be, and I'll be the person that gets him there. So I was like, great. So if I'm understanding everything correctly, and then I just listed everything down. Here's an expert secret for your onboarding sessions. Write down everything. I'm not kidding, everything. Like write down the ups and the downs, the ins and the outs. What about this? What about that? Write them all down. You ever talking to a doctor, lawyer, accountant, they don't take notes, you feel like they're an idiot? Like, how could you, what are you doing? Write stuff down. So write down everything. I ended up having 3.5 pages. And then I said, all right, Mr. Johnson, if I understand correctly, you don't want Facebook ads, but you want a solution. So what if we just whiteboarded a solution real fast? He said, great, fine, let's do it. So we talked about, so immediately, by the way, I just wrote down everything. Like you'll notice that there's bullet points on the left, things in the middle, things on the right. And I said, all right, Mr. Johnson, so like one of the challenges that I've always had with all my clients, especially like in digital marketing, is we're trying to train the next generation of digital marketers. But they don't know about, say, like soap opera sequences or customer research. They don't know about split testing correctly. They don't know about secret shopping or sneaky surveys. And I really want to put my tribe in a position where they know about it and then choose not to do it, which is just like what you want with your tribe. You want them to know about things that are religious and then have them make a decision about whether they want to do it or not. And he's like, yes, that's perfect. I said, this is what I'm doing. These are the tools and the techniques and the methods I'm doing to enable my tribe to make a decision I think we can do for your tribe as well. And so the pitch was really talking about 90-second marketing videos, classes, membership sites, customer research, scripting, and automatic follow-up. It's the same thing I'm doing for my clients. I just left out the part with Facebook ads. And I made sure to understand not just his problem, more importantly, the tribal language, what he's using to communicate his problems to the world. And I said, this is what I do. Would this work for you? And we spent like 10, 15 minutes kind of understanding. And he said, well, what about the script? I said, this is what we're going to be doing. Well, what about this? And I'm not sure, and blah, blah, blah. And we ended up in a really cool scenario where I said, if all you had was 3 or 4 90-second marketing videos about your tribe, about being Jewish, and all the things that it meant for you and the people that you work with, would that move you towards your solution? He said, yes. I said, okay, cool. If we had online classes that appealed to the missing 85 to missing 90%, and all of a sudden your reach wasn't just 100 people that you could see, but the thousands of people that you can't, would that be solving your problem? He said, yes. I said, what if we had paid classes where people who are really interested could take that next step and do it without going in person, which they don't want to, but they want to like see if it's good for them? He said, yes. I said, what if we had customer research that figured out why people aren't buying, why people aren't more involved, why people aren't solving their problems with you? Would that be interesting? He said, yes. So we got 3, 4 yeses. And then in the end, I said, is there anyone that can do or run a program like this on your staff? That's it, identifying problem. He said, no. I said, who are you working with now? He says, like, there's like maybe 5 people, mostly admin and me, and nobody has any idea about this. I said, okay, is this something that you want me to train your staff on how to do for a flat rate, for a flat hourly rate? Or is this something you want me to do and you just get intended result from? And I said, by the way, I charge a lot for this. Are you okay with that? He said, yes. So he said, I want you to do this for me and I want the intended result. I said, okay. So I charge a lot. Are you comfortable with that? He said, yes. I charge $2,900 a month. Month to month, cancel anytime. Our average client stays with us 3 months, stays with us, and starts seeing their result by month 2. So I'm already setting up like down the line, like it's not just a 1 month thing, even though it is month to month. Most of our clients see results by month 2, and most of them stay by 3 months. So this is immediately turning into not a $2,900 one time, but really like a $6K or even a $10K deal. And then as soon as I said that, I said, when do you want your results to start? That's all you got to say. He said, tomorrow. I said, if that's the case, you're going to have to pay this today. And he said, okay, I think I can do that. Let me get the money. And that was the whole conversation. So what happened is I got a referral with somebody who was problem aware, not solution aware. He was talking about like Facebook ads and Instagram and social media, and he doesn't know what that means or how to get there, or felt like he was unsure. He knew enough to know that he doesn't know what he wants. And immediately I had pulled an Audible because he said, I don't want Facebook ads, which meant I wasn't going to talk about Facebook ads. I wasn't going to push Facebook ads. I wasn't going to mention Facebook ads. And I made my shift obvious and explicit by literally erasing the whole board. Like, I've got a 7-step thing. I erased the whole board. I said, all right, we're not going to do Facebook ads. This is what we're going to do instead. And so I wrote down his tribal language on the left and his problems on the left. In the middle, I said, here's my journey, how I'm solving it. And on the right, we talked about some other things. And so this could be a $2,900 a month, not doing any Facebook ads, actual Facebook ads contract. And so when you run into clients or customers that say, I don't want Facebook ads, and for everybody on the slide, this is what you should be doing ASAP. When somebody says, I don't want Facebook ads, be obvious and explicit in your shift and transition. You don't have to change everything. It's like 90% the same. But when you are clearly saying, great, no Facebook ads, we're not doing Facebook ads, here's how I'm going to guide you on your journey. Here's how I'm going to solve your problems in the tools I'm using, which I'm going to use for you too and use for your tribe. All of a sudden, they feel a lot better. If you are saying, you should do Facebook ads, why aren't you doing Facebook ads? You're an idiot for not doing Facebook ads. You're not moving them into their best scenario. Even if the answer is Facebook ads, guess what? They don't want it, so don't mention it. So I hope that answers some people's questions. In the intermediate, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, answer some questions